Hello friends, and welcome once again to your weekly Angel Oracle card reading with me, Daniel, for the week of March 16th, 2015. This week I would like to send a special mention and prayer out to my lovely wife Eileen, who we lost twins in 2006, Aaron and Ann. They were born premature. One was on March 12th and the other was March 16th. So this marks his birthday, so happy birthday to Ian. And we'll proceed with this week's reading. This week's numerology, as dictated by the 3 cards I drew from the Angel Tarot, is Master number 11. And in this particular case, for this week, the vibration they're sending us all is to really express our individuality. There's times as these energies are happening and there's changes, whether we know it or not, that are happening to us. We're going to start more and more always feeling like, they use the terminology, square peg in a round hole. Things won't necessarily always feel like they fit for you anymore. And this is okay. This is your evolution. But with that, you're asked to really express your authentic self. And this is where it's almost like our responsibility to come into resonation, to come into alignment with our authentic selves and what is a better fit for us now. Things that no longer serve us, things that no longer fit in our new life and our new state of being, have to somehow be dealt with and released. So the energy for this week really is about expressing your individuality and kind of standing in your power, just to be yourself, be your authentic self, without worrying about, something was addressed with this a little while back as well, like a couple of readings ago. It's really about living as your authentic self and not conforming to anything or anybody for any purpose that doesn't bring you joy. And that can only be achieved, again, by reworking our reality, by manifesting or aligning to a different reality where you fit in better with where you're at right now. And I understand people hear the word manifest and change your reality, and they've tried it, they've read the books, they've done the prayers, they've had the vision boards, and it may not always seem to work for everybody. It doesn't have to be that hard. It's more about being honest with yourself, with what it is you want, and then just saying yes, and let the pieces fall where they may. Sometimes feelings are going to be hurt. Sometimes relationships come to an end. But the process must happen, and it will happen either with your cooperation, where it can happen smoothly, or it will happen against the grain, if you will, without your cooperation, perhaps against your resistance to it, and it'll be a much more bumpier road. But for us to manifest, if that's the word that you're comfortable with, the reality that best suits us, we have to live as our authentic self and be truthful with what it is we want and where it is we wish to be. So, I don't want to spend too much more time on that. I kind of went a little long-winded there. So we're going to move on now into our angel number. So this week's angel number, as derived from the tarot cards, was 614. And when we added those together, of course, we got 11, our numerology number for this week, which typically gets broken down, minimized, unless it's 1122. Those of you who are familiar with numerology know that that is a master number. And I really feel that's why it was such a powerful message. And I just said I was going to move on from that, but I just wanted to touch base on that. I think why they were having me be very stern with what I was saying and kind of get into it further than I normally would is because it is in fact a master number, therefore carries a much greater power to it. But getting to that point, we began with the 614 here, and the angel number we see: give any stress or worries to the angels who are helping you with your everyday concerns. Another very good, strong message, and it is beneficial for us all when we're having a hard time, when we're trying to adjust, when we're trying to figure things out in our path, how to delicately let someone know you can't really have this interaction with them anymore, or change your job, but you're concerned about the financial issues that may bring. It really does help to, again, whatever terminology resonates with you, give it over to God. Ask the angels to take it from you. Put it out to the universe for transmutation. Whatever practice is your personal belief, practice it. Practice it every day. Practice it every hour. Anytime there's something really working on you, just keep reminding yourself. Give it to the universe and let it go. And the more we let go and the more we just release and release, we're just making our path so much easier and clearer for all the new good to come in. So as a reminder, the angels give us this week, number 614, give any stress or worries to the angels who are helping you with your everyday concerns. So for our first card for this week, we see Six of Air. Six of Air is one of my personal favorite cards of the deck. And it is, I know this card so well. I've studied this card. It's insane the profound impact that this piece of artwork has had on me. So the card reads, things are looking up, the end of a difficult situation, taking a trip. The literal translation of this card is that it's about things moving forward. It's about, again, releasing. We just kind of discussed all this. It's releasing these things. And as we purge, the difficulty begins to end. And we start to move forward and things start to shine brighter for us. This is all the theme, really, they're going with. The taking a trip. Sometimes this card, as we see the horse setting sail in his little rowboat, sometimes physically means a trip or a change in your location for some reason or another. But what I really love about this card is the little ship he is on, the little rowboat there, says Novus, which is Latin for new journey, new beginning. So as we enter, we're coming into this spring, and I said this in my video message about the little fund drive for the new iPad, which this isn't my new iPad, by the way. I've actually imported a bunch of stuff, and I'm using my little iPhone to make this video right now, so I hope it comes out halfway decent. It's been a struggle to get everything on here and up and running and syncing properly in order to use the software I use, but with any luck, I'll begin my new journey with a new iPad soon. So, but we mentioned there about spring, in that video about spring being such an incredible new beginning this year. It is the spring equinox, and it's aligned on the same day as the new moon. And it in the year of this year being the year of reconstruction and new beginnings, it's just all such a wonderful alignment. And now here we see this card coming up for this week's reading. Now, mind you, as we move through this week, we're going to be entering into that spring equinox, that new moon. So it's only appropriate that this is coming up for this week. It's kind of amazing, actually. So this card very much symbolizes new meanings, or new journeys, new beginnings, and all that is really you making up your mind to just be you, to be your divine self exactly how you were created. And in that process, the difficulty ends. The journey begins anew to who you really are, not who you're turning into, not who you want to be, but who you've been all along. As you realize your divinity and step into your mastery and begin to serve on this planet the way you were intended to. As we continue through this week now, we see Ace of Air, falling in love or the resurgence of a relationship, spiritual growth, and enhanced intuition. a new home. So we saw a new journey, a new beginning, and now we see new home, and this all follows suit. So you're falling in love, or there's a resurgence of a relationship. This is very symbolic of this new beginning, because who you're going to be falling in love with is yourself. It is your true self, your authentic self that you are now expressing on a more regular basis, is going to allow you to be in a better place vibrationally, spiritually, emotionally, which is going to allow you to understand and discover that you are worthy of love. That all these notions that you've had, all these lies people have told you and you believed and they became your truth, as you release, you're going to step into your worth and into your deserving of love. And therefore you will be living in a vibration of love and bringing that into you. There's no other way it could be but love. So as we see this energy moving forward in the coming times and through this week, this is the kickoff of a new beginning. The spring equinox is when it all is going to start flowing in for us. So keep that in mind. It's one of those things you're going to kind of put out into the universe and let go. Don't look for it. Don't ask. Don't wonder when it's going to come. But if you're someone who's in a situation that you're really feeling the need for love, or to be loved, or to have someone to give your love to, the quickest way to do that is to start this process of releasing and acceptance and forgiveness. And through all that healing, you're going to vibrate at a much higher level. And this goes back to that whole law of attraction thing, like attracts like. Like if you're vibrating at a higher level of love, you cannot be with any other reality than one of love. And we see a new home here. So oftentimes that is literally a new home. I think right now it's more figurative that you are creating a new home. Your private space, whether it be your house, your apartment, your vehicle, your office, your private spaces are going to be being transformed. You're going to have this desire, the spring cleaning, if you will, and it's about sprucing up and purging and emptying the closets and really coming into a place where everything feels new and clean, because it must, for you to be comfortable in your own skin right now. So just understand that and let that process and let that flow, and do whatever you're motivated to do, whatever you feel you have to do to increase your comfort, to increase your ability to feel fitting into your authentic self. Let it happen. Make it be. Figure out how. Oftentimes this involves money. Not everybody has a lot of money to start projects around their house, but there's always a way. There's always barter. There's always friends and family that can help. But see to it. If you have these urges about these new beginnings, new connections, a new home, cleaning, painting, whatever it may be, find a way. It's out there. The way is there. You just have to look for it. And don't be afraid to ask for help. And wrapping out the week, we see Archangel Michael as a number 4 in the major arcana, the Emperor. And the card reads, organization and logic, structure and discipline, leadership. So as Archangel Michael stands there poised, standing as the Emperor in the major arcana of Tarot, the king figure as it were, it's very stern, very organized, very thought out. This is the energetic feeling that they're giving us as we start to recognize things over this week and we start to experience these changes on a tangible level. You're going to feel the need and the desire once again to, almost like I'm reiterating, I feel like I keep repeating here, but it's going to be very much about getting organized, cleaning up the clutter. You're going to be functioning on a higher vibration, and because of that, your body is going to be reacting to some of the current conditions that you have around you, whether it be your home, whether it be people that you're related with, you have to interact with every day. And it's the best way I can put the kind of sensations that I'm feeling with this is that it's really about a clean out, a reorganization. I mean, this whole thing has just been a follow-up to the beginning of the year reading that this is the year of reorganization, of cleaning out the closets, getting rid of the clutter, releasing the things that no longer serve you. And but this week, these energies are evidently going to be very strong. Just giving these readings, I can't get the words out fast enough as they're giving them to me. It is just, it's the beginning of an amazing time. And I am so grateful to be able to be here and be a part of this with all of you. And it's just going to be, it is the dawn of a new era. And I thank you all for being on this journey with me. And as you all come into your own mastery and begin to realize your role in the evolution of this planet, this will just help escalate everything. The more of us that get activated and the more of us that start helping, and mind you, it doesn't mean you have to go out and start a YouTube channel. It doesn't mean you have to go out and start giving lectures or getting certifications. That's all the path that I took, because at the time, that's kind of how you came into service. But the messages that the collective have been bringing through now is that's not necessary anymore. You're serving just by being. The way we're serving is by how we interact with each other. It's losing the cattiness, the judgment, the gossip, treating each other with love and respect, and just, it goes back to the oldest of teachings. Do unto others as you would have them do unto you. I mean, it's the most basic of teachings of morality, and this is where they're heading. So, to serve, we have to be beacons of this new energy, to show people, look, if you release, if you do this, this is what can happen. When somebody looks to you and says, geez, so much has been happening for you lately, things seem to be moving so quickly for you, like everything's coming up roses. You're the, as it was termed by Matt Kahn, you are the anchor for the new energy. Your service is to be the anchor, to be the lighthouse in the fog. So leading by example so others can see, oh, this is how we do it now. I hope all this made sense. I really feel like I'm railing. I'm just letting them talk. I'm just sort of spitting it out as it's coming through. But it's really going to be a high energy, strong energy week with these new beginnings. Set your intentions on the first day of spring, which is also the new moon. Write down stuff that you want to release, that you're done with. Take them out into a fire pit, a grill, with some rocks in the yard, wherever it could be. Light them on fire, burn them, rip them up, throw them into the wind, toss them in the ocean or a lake or a river, bury them in the dirt, whatever is going to be easiest for you to do. Now it's going to be one of your best opportunities to escalate this release, to exacerbate the situation, so to speak, to exponentially speed up your healing process by using that exercise on this particular new moon. It's just incredible. I can't even find the right words for it all. I'm getting off track now, but thank you for bearing with me through this one. It probably ran a little bit long, but what was said is what they had to say. So I'm just the co-pilot here. But thank you all again. I am still honoring, as put up in the video for the fund drive for the new iPad, the $20 prices on readings, on 30-minute readings. I will carry that over to $40 for an hour, which is half price basically, and all my Earthworks products. So once again, this is Daniel from Advanced Angel Card signing off. Have a great, blessed week.